They didn't motivate you. They seduced you, and you mistook it for purpose. It started with praise. You're brilliant. You're going places. You're not like the others. So you stayed late. Volunteered first. Answered emails in the dark. Not because you had to, but because you wanted to keep being chosen. Machiavelli once said it. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. That's how they kept you, with promises, with praise. You gave more than you had, just to protect a seat you were never allowed to sit in comfortably. They didn't demand your time. They seduced your ambition and dressed it up as opportunity. They told you to work harder, to take ownership, to rise to the occasion. And you did. Because deep down, you weren't chasing the task. You were chasing their approval. Dostoevsky said, the best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he's in prison. You weren't inspired. You were trained to confuse overwork with loyalty, burnout with passion, silence with strength. And still, you thanked them for letting you stretch beyond your breaking point, for believing in you right before they asked for more. They gave you a title, an email signature, a pat on the back, but never a place to rest. You weren't promoted. You were programmed. Motivation is supposed to be a spark, not a leash. But they made you beg for the fire. They made you afraid of the dark. Because once you crave praise more than peace, you'll sacrifice anything just to be seen. Now you don't sleep. You flinch when your phone lights up. You haven't had a weekend in months. But you're still calling it growth. No, it's addiction. To attention. To validation. To being needed. And they knew exactly how to feed it. Machiavelli taught rulers to be feared when loved isn't possible. In modern offices, they pretend to love you, so you'll fear losing them. This was never motivation. It was seduction, disguised as opportunity. Control, disguised as trust. You were never lazy. You were just desperate to be seen. And they saw that and used it. So next time someone calls you driven, ask yourself, who's actually holding the wheel?